Hey, what is up everybody? Blades over here, and today for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Inside today's video, guys, we are finally having the new feature in SOS. Now, my blind behind didn't actually pay attention to this feature until, of course, I went to go ahead and do it myself, and I won't lie, I'm happy that it's been added. It's absolutely amazing. It's made actually grinding SOS and getting the better scores that I was looking for way better. If you guys don't know exactly what this new feature is, it is the option to actually split both of these rounds. Before at least the update here, we had to do both of these rounds together. So let's say you did bad on the first round and the second round you did really good, but you really wanted to do like redo that first round, so you just restart it. It would make you do both of these over. Instead, now it's actually now allowing you to do them separate, so you can get actually higher scores on your own, and you can redo them both on your own time, allowing you to actually kind of shoot for higher scores. Now, I did it for like the first time, or I think the first time yesterday, and it was actually not that bad. We actually did really good doing it here. I ended up using the, if I'm right, the Haru Joker type strat here. That's because I have Joker actually A6 while Haru is A0, and so she needed a little bit more backup. I'm gonna try and maybe use the Mesa strat too, or at least try to use Mesa or at least Cord in this strat too, but kind of afraid to do so because I do want to keep this score, but we're gonna see how it ends up going. But anyways, I really want to try this again because it's really good, really fun thing. I'm glad that they added it. The only issue is if I do reset and actually try to use what's it called, Cord on the other team, we will have to use Ryuji, and my Ryuji is far from built. So of course we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot here. For the most part, I do want to get a better score on the first turn, and this is huge for us because as usual you would normally just have to run through all this stuff. Luckily for us now, we don't got to do any of that. So to break down this team, if you guys are going to utilize and you have the resources to do so, pretty much Haru is going to be the big damage dealer only on certain rounds. For the most part, she's mainly just going to be setting up, getting off some of that small damage, while you have Joker being, since he's A6, the one who's going to be taking charge. If you guys don't know, of course, he's able to go multiple rounds. This is going to really help, especially when it comes down to Futaba, and it's going to help in general. So of course, we're going to go ahead and do all of that. We're going to enjoy ourselves and hopefully get us a decent score. I do apologize for a little gruffiness in my voice as well. I've been really not feeling good this morning, but hopefully it doesn't stick like that too long. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just jump straight into it and just pray that this kind of stops, because not gonna lie, kind of annoying. But anyways, yeah, we've spoken enough about that. Let's go ahead and get to it. So the only thing that has changed is my Haru, if I'm right, because I did change a little bit of cards. We've been trying to make sure it does a little bit better, so hopefully she does do a lot better than how she was doing yesterday. Like, she wasn't doing bad, but compared to what I wanted her to do sorry about that, compared to what I wanted her to do, she wasn't hitting that marker. So we're gonna see if we can actually get that to hit. We're gonna see exactly how we can do with this, and I'm gonna show you exactly how, or at least what I end up doing, seeing that each strat's going to be a lot different depending on what you own. And if you have A6 Haru, it's going to be totally different than this. You're going to be prioritizing total different things. But then we have A0, we can really prioritize the rounds like this here. So first round, of course, I usually always do the skill 2 with Moko. This is only just because skill 2 with Moko allows us to get up our EHR, and it's for 2 whole rounds, so it kind of sets us up and allowing us to do a couple things with our Haru first. So we're gonna go ahead and buff, get the buff on, make sure she gets that extra crit rate, crit damage. That's all we really need, is the crit damage, to be honest. And then we're going to use the skill 1 with Joker. This is going to allow us to actually start setting up the next round here and really allow us to actually take advantage. Then we're going to go ahead and pop the skill 3, making sure we're getting off some decent damage here, taking advantage of that buff that we had. And that's really just it. You could of course use the 1 and then the 3, but from what I've experienced here, the 1-3 actually gets me a less score than compared to the 3-1. So yeah, we're gonna try and do the 3-1 more often instead of the 1-3, but technically 3-1 you want to do more often if you do have a 1 to my knowledge, but at the same time it's going to be a little bit different when it does come down to that as well. But anyways, we have Futaba here. We're gonna go ahead and actually utilize her immediately for the skill 1. This is allowing us to immediately just kind of get everything set up, making sure that on round 1 she's getting off that skill, or at least round 2 she's getting off that skill 1, so we're actually able to take advantage over the defense down. So go ahead and use the skill 3, get this on off here, helping us out in the long run. And then for this round, I try to use at least our boy Vishnu here to make sure we can proc a win the status. It is a low procking chance here, but it still is very, very helpful because that allows us to get a lot of low points here. Unfortunately, we didn't proc it on the main boss. We did proc 2 on the little side guys, so that is a little unfortunate. You might want to redo if, of course, you didn't like that type of deal. But if you don't really mind it, then you keep on proceeding. Afterwards, we're gonna go ahead and use the highlights because the highlight is actually very, very helpful for us here. Using this highlight is gonna allow us to then get enough stacks for our Joker to actually get into his mode here. But we want to use also the skill 1 because then once it comes down to the next round, he's able to do this again, and it pretty much allows him to continue doing his skill 2, or at least his 2 skills every round, which is always going to be good. That's what you really want. You really want to take advantage over that. So as always, we already got some good damage in here. I feel like we're still a little bit too low here, and the only reason why I think that is just because we're in a bad shape right now. We're kind of in a bad shape at the moment, and that is because we didn't get that witness status off. But anyways, we'll go ahead and use the gun. Boom, get some small damage off, and oh god, that was a lag. Hopefully that stops. Don't want that. That's disgusting. But go ahead and use the at least the gun right there, and that's going to help us out a decent bit. And we're going to take a little bit of damage, but nothing too crazy to actually kind of put our team in danger. So now that we are on the round 3, this is where things are going to get interesting here. We were just on at least round 2, or at least no, we're on round 3. We're going to try and do this at round 4. Now round 4 is technically where we're able to utilize at least our Futaba's skill 3 here. So I'm unsure if you really want to pop it. You could very well pop it here if you do want to. So that's totally up to you. I usually pop it here, and I really take advantage over Joker because of course Joker's going to get his 2 set turn value here. Once we use the skill 1 on him, he's going to immediately get that second turn, and that is what we want. That is what we're looking for. So immediately go ahead and do this the right way. So let's go ahead and buff again because we have not buffed our girl yet. Use our heal immediately, getting that attack in the EHR, which is what we like. And then we're going to try to shuffle back around. Now we have this for 3 whole turns. The first turn we used this. Second turn we ended up using this. So now it's the 3rd turn, right? The 3rd turn we can do whatever we freaking want with this one. And I'm gonna be honest with you, since this is the 3rd turn, I would probably tell you guys to go ahead and get like an attack in. You do have an AoE attack, that's always wise to do. If you have a better buff, then I mean you could very well buff as well, but unsure if this is going to conflict with your prior buff, so it might be better to just go ahead and attack, get you some more points, even if it's just not too many points here. Just get yourself some more points. But all in all, let's go ahead and use the skill 1. Get that on off here, and then once we do get our turn again, we're going to use the skill 3. And then what this is allowing us to do is the next time we do get a highlight that we do need to use, which is going to be for our Joker, we'll be able to actually just pop that off. He'll go again, and that'll be great for us. Now, you could very well use the highlight with Haru, though I'm unsure if you really want to do that. I'm unsure if it actually will help you. I didn't use it with my Haru. If you want, you can go ahead and test it out. I just feel like with at least Joker, it's more of a value because you're getting more turns out of it. You're really at least utilizing Futaba's her maximum potential. But this round anyway, seeing this is our 3rd round, we're going to go ahead and use the skill 1, get the sights little debuff on everybody here, which is going to allow us to really enjoy the next round. So go ahead and get this all popped up, get the follow up, and get a ton of damage out of that, which we did 170. I feel like that's a little bit low compared to what we usually can do, which is around 200. So we're going to see exactly if we can get that up a little bit more, but that's going to come down to at least how our team really wants to play out. But anyways, we already healed. Go ahead and use our skill 3. Get this on up here, and then we're going to immediately try to utilize our buff again. Our buff is going to really set us up for the final 2 rounds here, so we don't need the buff for that. We can just go ahead and do whatever we want. So go ahead and use the skill 1. Then once it becomes his turn again, I want to say next round we'll be able to actually use his highlight, which is going to be very, very important for us. So I could very well pop this off immediately, but we might wait. Yeah, we're gonna wait to the next round, because if we wait to the next round here, they'll still have that debuff. Actually, no, the debuff should last for 2 whole turns. So pop this off this round, making sure we actually get this, and then Joker's going to be set up and everyone else for the next round is going to be set up to actually deal some damage. So now we can go ahead and use our skill 3, deal some decent damage here, and then we'll actually be able to set up the big boy gun move for our Haru next round. So that's going to be perfect for us. Now I think we are a little bit hitting low here because our maximum is usually 5 million. We're at 3.1 right now, so it's not looking good right now. So we have to see exactly how that does go. But all in all, we'll see how it turns out. So first, I'm going to pop this off. Gonna hurry up and use that, get our actual buff for Haru set on up here, and then we can go ahead and make sure this is on everybody, and hopefully we get it procced. Yes, we did. We got the witness status proc. Now the witness status is making a huge difference. Seeing that we did not proc this early on, it does make a giant difference. So it's gonna see, as you guys can tell with the current points that we do have, it is kind of a little bit of a bummer. But now it is our final round. You could very well use this on Joker, or you can use this on Haru. I would suggest you want to use this actually on Haru, seeing it is the final round. It's going to be her big boy damage type move here. So use this on Haru, make sure you get that on off. If you want, you could also use it on Joker, but I'm pretty sure your Haru is going to deal way more damage, especially if you do have her built way really good here. So go ahead and do this. See how much we got, 266, which is pretty decent. The only issue is we are at that 4.3 mark. As I did say, we did get a little bit lower than normal because we can usually hit 5.1 million, and that was probably our fault when we didn't get the witness status. So it is what it is. But all in all, that's normally how I do my runs for the most part, at least this one. The other one is also a little bit different as well, but who knows with that one. We're not really going to focus too much on it, at least right now, because that one is very needing to be optimal. Like, you gotta have Mesa this way and it's gonna be crazy. But all in all, I really enjoy having the actual round split up like this. It makes everything a lot easier, and it makes things very much so fun. You actually not utterly want to cry or beat yourself up when you actually mess up on a whole round. So even though I got a low score on this one, I can just go ahead, redo it, and just continue and not really feel too bothered by it. But anyways, what do you guys think about this update? What do you think about it? Is it good? Is it bad? Does it help you in SOS, or does it not? If it does, be sure to comment down below, and peace out, you guys.